Barre Sculpt. Today we'll be doing everything from a kneeling stance, so make sure you have a nice comfortable area. If your knees bother you, feel free to put pillows underneath them. You can also double up your mats if you'd like. We'll also be using an optional set of light weights. Of course, everything can be done with just your body weight. I'm using just 1 pound dumbbells. Feel free to do a little bit higher. You can also do just your body weight again. If you would like, you can also add some wrist weights to add some additional resistance in addition to the weights if you're using them. Let's go ahead and even start with our warm-up on the floor. Let's find ourselves in a tabletop with your wrist under your knees. Your wrist under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and a nice flat back to start. Focusing here on your breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale. On your next inhale, tuck your toes, lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, scoop and arch, untuck your toes. Really round your spine, doming your back outwards. One more time through, tuck your toes, lift your gaze. And then round your back as you exhale. Go ahead and tuck your toes here and then pressing forwards and backwards. Keep your core engaged. Your back is flat, so avoid arching or rounding your spine. Toes remain tucked, pressing your hip back towards your heels, and then drawing your shoulders over your wrists. From here, we're going to walk our hands out. Just going to walk my feet out as well, my knees out. Keep your heels tucked in so your hands are under your shoulders, but your body's pressed forward. From here, we're going to lower down, elbows stay tucked in, release, release your toes, press up, mini cobra, come down, bring your heels to your glutes, press yourself up, and then draw your knees wide and coming into child's pose. Stretching your shoulders, we have a lot of upper body work today. And again, we'll just be in a kneeling stance on the floor. For a majority, it will be on our back or on our side. Go ahead and come on through tabletop. Come to your left or right hip. Find a comfortable seat for you. From here, draw your right arm across your body. Open and switch. Left arm across your body, avoiding your wrist or your elbow, just pulling at your forearm. Open, draw your elbows wide behind your head. Open and switch. And open, circle out your wrists. All right, so again, starting with our kneeling position, and we will actually get to some standing. Sorry, forgot about that. We will get to some standing, but we'll just start with kneeling. So, coming onto your knees, few options here. Your shoulders remain stacked over your hips the entire time, so avoid leaning forward, avoid leaning backwards. Your option one are your feet planted onto the floor. If you'd like to add some more core work, add some more heat to that core, lift your toes up off the floor. You'll squeeze your glutes and activate your abs. All right, grab those weights if you're using them. From here, we're going to draw the elbows into side. Your palms are facing up, and we're just going to extend arms out to a T and draw them in. Extend, draw them in. So we're working our shoulders, we're working our biceps. Palms are facing up with or without those weights. Your shoulders remain stacked directly over your hips. Your abs are engaged, whether you have those top shoelace portion of your toes pressed into the floor or if they are lifted. Elbows tuck in and extend. Keep it going. That's it. Just a few more. All right, hold the elbows in. From here, we're gonna draw the arms parallel and then open. Draw them parallel and open. Your palms are still facing up, so you're working that rotator. You're working your shoulders. Keep it going. You don't have to draw the hands all the way directly out from the hip, out from the rib cage. Just a slight rotation and then drawing your palms back into that parallel position. Your elbows are staying tucked in towards your rib cage. Navel is pulled into your spine. A few more here. Last one. All right, hold the arms out to W. Extend your arms to a T. From here, we have a double curl and extend. Double curl and extend. Your shoulders are at, your elbows are at shoulder height. Keeping that core nice and engaged. Bicep curl and extend. Keep it going. Really firing up that upper body first thing in class. Elbows bend, elbows extend, controlling that movement. That's it. Few more. All right, on your next one, we're gonna hold the elbows bent at 90, so you're making a goalpost position. Your palms are facing in. We're gonna draw the elbows together and open, draw them together and open. So you're drawing them parallel. They don't have to touch. And then you're opening the arms directly out from the shoulders, back to where you started. Draw them in and open. Keep it going. That's it. Few more here, then we're going to hold the arms parallel and we're going to add on. All right, full range of motion coming up next. Hold the arms parallel. Give me an overhead press, tricep bend, extend, draw the elbows down. Lift, bend, extend, draw them down. Overhead press, tricep bend, extend, draw them down. Keep it going. Right after this set, we're going to bring the palms facing in. Same thing. Lift, bend, extend, elbows down. Lift, bend, extend, draw them down. Keep it going. All right, one more. All right, hold the elbows bent out in front in that parallel state. So don't let your arms open up. Keep them here. Elbows extend and bend. Hammer curl. So your palms are facing in towards one another, just extending and bending at the elbows. Keep it going. Just a bend and extend, drawing them forward. Your elbows stay at shoulder height, palms are facing in. Again, remembering your options. Your feet can be flat on the floor. You can also lift the top of your foot off the floor to activate that core even more. The closer your knees are, the more challenging it's going to be. If you'd like, you can always bring your knees slightly wider, dispersing that weight. All right, hold the arms forward from here. Pull the elbows in and extend. Draw them in and extend. Full range of motion once again. So your palms are facing in. You're extending and pulling them in. Extending, pulling them in. Palms are facing in, so they're coming in towards your rib cage. That's it. Really squeezing your back together. Draw them in and extend. Draw them in and extend. That's it. All right, next one, hold the elbows in towards your rib cage. We're just opening and closing. Arms open, arms close. So you've been here before, except this time our palms are facing in towards one another. Before, our palms are facing up as if we were holding a platter. You're drawing your arms parallel out in front and then open and rotate. Keep it going. That's it. Keep your shoulders relaxed down from your ears. Relax your forehead. Keep it going. Maybe try lifting your toes a little bit higher if you have them already lifted. Maybe lift your toes, challenge your balance, engage your core, squeeze your glutes if you have them flat on the floor. All right, on the next one, we're gonna hold the elbows out to that W. Pull in and extend, right back to where we started. Pull in and extend. Keep it going. That's it. Keep it going. Elbows pull in and extend. All right, hold the arms extended. From here, palms are forward, tiny circles, just forward direction. Keep it going. That's it. Still going. Keep it, all right, reverse that direction. Ooh, tiny circles. We're gonna stretch those arms more with that lower body here in just a moment. That's it. Give me 10 and 9. That's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release those weights down if you have them. From here, roll your shoulders up and back. Draw them up and back. Reverse the direction. Draw them up and forward, up and forward. All right. Good, and come to a standing position. And we're going to extend that right leg back. Go ahead and lower that heel. We're just going to hinge forward and backwards, opening up that right hip as you bend and extend into that left knee. You can swing the arms as well if you'd like. And then just switching sides, right foot forward, left foot back, left foot is flat on the floor. Press it forward, opening up that left hip. Bending and extending into that right knee. You can again swing the arms. You may draw them out in front, crisscrossing the arms. All right, bring it back together. Maybe draw the arms up and over, and then reversing that direction, draw them forward. All right. Option to use weights, or you can go without them. Let's go ahead and find our first position. So heels together, toes are apart. Draw your hands down towards your navel, soft bend into your knees. We're going to come into a plie as we press our right foot forward, left arm overhead, draw it back, right foot back, right arm overhead, draw it forward. Just moving that right foot. So when that right foot moves forward, your left arm lifts overhead. When your right foot steps back, your right hand comes overhead. Keep it going. That's it. Keep it going. Few more. Keep a soft bend in those elbows. That's it. Give me one more. All right, on your next one, we're going to hold that right foot forward. We're going to lift the arm and lower. We're going to lower the arm, lift the leg. So lift and lower. Keep that bend in your right knee. Your right toes are pointed. Your right arm is down towards your navel. As you lift your right leg, your left arm comes down towards your right. They don't have to meet. As you lower your right leg, your left arm returns back to its starting position overhead. Keep it going. That's it. Keep it going. Keep that soft bend in your standing left knee. Don't lock out that knee. Shoulders are relaxed. All right, give me one more. On the next one, we're going to hold that leg lifted. From here, we're going to open the arm, open the leg, draw it back in. Open the arm, open the leg, draw it back in. Oh yes, feel that burn. If you need to, you can hold on to a bar or a ledge with your right hand, not being super close to that bar or that ledge, maybe that wall. That way it allows you to open up your right hip here. Keep it going. Ooh, just a few more. Keep that shoulder lifted. Right hand towards your navel. That right knee stays bent. Point through your right toes. That's it. Open and close that right hip and that left shoulder, left arm. Give me one more. All right, set it back down. Come back to first position, heels together. Maybe wiggle out those legs from here. Draw your hands down in front of you. We're going to draw the arms overhead. Step the right foot out, back in, left foot. Step it out, back in. So you're coming from first position to a wide second plie, lifting the arms overhead. Keep it going. We'll come into that left leg next. That's it. Keep it going. Almost there. Give me one more on each side, and we're going to finish with our heels to touch in first position. All right, draw your hands back to first position, feet together. From here, we're going to set that left foot forward, right foot overhead. Draw it back in, left foot back, left arm lifts. Draw it in, right hand, left foot. Draw it in, left hand, left foot. Bring it forward. together, bring it back. That's it. Keep a soft bend in your standing right knee. Avoid locking out that knee. The turnout of your toes is up to you. Maybe it's a full 180. Maybe it's a 90 degree. Maybe it's a 45. Maybe it's a 15-degree bend. Keep it going. A few more here. All right, hold that left foot forward, right arm comes up overhead, lift that left leg, lower the right hand. That left arm and right leg are completely still. Left hand towards your navel, soft bend in your standing right leg. The height that you lift that right leg and the height that you lower that right hand to is totally up to you. Slightly lean back into that right hip. Your toes are tracking open. Keep it going. Lift, lower the arm. That's it, just a few more. Almost there. Keep it going. All right, give me two more. All right, on the next one, we're going to hold that leg lifted, hold the arm out in front. From here, open the leg, open the arm, draw it back in, open, and draw it in. Keep it going. How far you open up that left hip is dependent on how open your hip flexors are. Keep it going. So maybe doing this workout today, we can do some additional hip stretches and then try the workout again. Keep it going. Open and close. Keep a soft bend in that same left knee. Don't lock out that knee. Left arm, right leg are completely still. Bend in the elbow, bend in the knee. Give me one more. All right, release it down, shake it out. All right, from here, we're gonna bring our hands to our hips, step your right leg back, have a bend in both your knees so you're in that fourth position. Your toes are turned outwards, slightly hinge forward, and we're just lifting and lowering that right leg. Lift and lower. You're working that outermost pocket of that right hip and your right glute as you lift and lower. Keep a bend into both of your knees. You're hinging forward. You're just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Of course, you can hold on to a bar ledge with that left hand. Just lift and lower, lift and lower. All right, set it down, shake it out, switch sides. This time, fourth position with your left foot step back so your toes are still turned out. You have a soft bend in the knee, hinge forward, hands to your hips, lift and lower, lift and lower. Of course, you can always hold on to that bar or that ledge with your right hand. Just that left leg is moving, working the outermost part of your left glute, lift and lower. Keep it going. We'll do a nice hip stretch here once we're done with this. All right, shake it out. All right, option to grab that set of weights if you like. We're gonna come to a wide second plie. So your feet are wide and your hips, toes are turned out. Bend your knees down, bring your left hand to your hip, right palm down in front. From here, we're gonna lift the right heel, pulse, right arm raises. Lift, pulse, and raise. So that left foot is staying planted to the floor. Just your right heel raises and lowers. Your right palm lifts and lowers, lifts and lowers. Keep it going. Lift and lower. That's it. Stay with it. Give me 2 more. Last one. All right, hold it. Maybe bump the hip side to side. Bring your right hand to your hip, left arm down. You guessed it. Come down to that wide second plie. Pulse down, lift the left heel, left arm raise and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So as you bring that left heel up, you're actively pressing your hips down. You're actively drawing that palm up towards the height of your shoulder. Your shoulders remain stacked directly over your hips. Your knees are tracking out over your toes. They're not passing your toes, but if you look down, you can see your big toe and nothing else of your foot. Keep it going. Chest is lifted. Lift, set it down. 2 more. All right, draw both hands down, palms are facing in, stay nice and low. We're gonna lift the right heel, raise the arms, palms in, lift the left heel, bring it down, both heels lift and lower, arms lift and lower, left side, lift and lower, right side. Both arms, both heels, release it down, right side. So you're alternating which side you start with. Both arms, both heels, and lower. Left side, right side. Both arms, both heels, right side, left side. Keep the hips nice and low. Lift and lower, left side. That's it. Both. All right, release it down, shake it out. We're gonna find our tabletop position. All right, so from here, bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, untuck your toes, your back is flat. So again, avoid arching or rounding your spine, nice flat back. From here, draw your right hand to your left shoulder, tap it down, left hand to right shoulder, tap it down. So as you're lifting that hand to the opposite shoulder, nothing else is moving. Your hips aren't rocking side to side. You're still drawing your navel in towards your spine. Just to show you, facing from the front, lift and lower, lift and lower. Slow and controlled. One more on each side. You're controlling it by keeping your abs engaged. All right, from here, from your tabletop, we're gonna just pivot over to our right side and extend that left leg so your left arm, left knee are down, right elbow is wide. From here, we have an assisted side plank. We're gonna draw that right elbow down and open. Draw it down and open. Nice chest opener for Valentine's week. Just open and lower. Open and lower. Keep it going. We're going to come back to that tabletop in just a moment. Give me one more. All right, go ahead and release it down. Come back to your tabletop. So again, your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, adjust as you need to. Same thing here, we're gonna tap that hand to the opposite knee, bring it down, hand to the opposite knee, bring it down. So avoid moving that back by engaging your core, squeeze your glutes. Even if your thighs aren't touching, squeeze them towards one another. Opposite hand towards opposite thigh and bring it back. Your body is not moving. If you didn't see your arms moving, you wouldn't even know that you were lifting and lowering that hand. Keep it going. We're going to pivot onto that right hand, right knee in just a moment. Give me one more of each. Navel in towards your spine. All right, set it down. Go ahead and pivot. Your left leg is long, left elbow wide behind your head, right hand, right knee are flat on the floor. You can also lay onto your right hip. We're going to open the heart and then draw that elbow down and open. Maybe you just heard my back crack a whole bunch of times. And down, opening up that chest, opening up that heart. Keep it going. Draw it down and lift. Draw it down and lift. Keep it going. That's it. Give me one more. All right, go ahead and come back. Find your tabletop position. So again, bringing your wrist under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Relax your toes and then flex your right foot. From here, we're going to press up with the right and release down. Press up, release down. Keep it going. The sole of your foot is pressing up towards the ceiling as you lift that leg. You're keeping your knee bent the entire time, working the base of your right glute. You can also come down onto dolphin hands, onto your forearms. Your back is still flat. You're lifting that right leg up and lowering. Avoid letting that right hip open up to the air, open to the sky. You want to keep that right hip in line with the left. All right, hold that right leg up. From here, just tiny little pulses. Press up and up. Imagining that you're stamping the sole of your right foot up towards the ceiling. Little tiny presses. That's it. Keep it going. Little presses up. Almost there. Just little presses up. Keep that right foot flexed. Try to keep your knee as high as your hip, maybe slightly higher, and then pressing up even further from there. All right, go ahead and extend that right leg. From here, if your left forearm isn't down, go ahead and bring it down. We're going to box out that right arm. So we're going to open up that hip. Your right leg is straight. Point the toes, and we're just going to lift and lower that right leg. Lift and lower. You're working the inner and outer thigh. You're working the outer right base of your right glute. That leg is straight. Your toes are pointed. Your left knee remains directly under your left hip. Your right hip is opening up. So your right hand is boxed out. Left forearm is down. Just a lift and a lower. Lift and a lower. We're going to come back to our tabletop or dolphin position here and to work the left side. Just a lift and a lower. Give me one more. All right, release that right leg down. Right knee comes to meet the left. Come back to your tabletop. Maybe bump your hips side to side. All right, with your wrist directly under your shoulder, knees directly under your hips. We're going to flex that left foot. Relax your right toes. Pressing up, releasing down, pressing up, and releasing down. So your back is flat, your core is engaged. Avoid letting your left hip pull outwards. You can also come down to dolphin with your palms down, forearms down. You're still pressing up with that left leg. Your left knee stays bent, left toes are flexed. Your right leg is just relaxed. It already did the work. We're doing the same thing except on the left side. Keep it going. Lift and lower. Core is engaged. All right, on the next one, we're going to hold that left leg lifted. Tiny little presses up. Keep that left knee bent. Your left toes are flexed. Sole of your foot is up towards the ceiling. A little press up and up. Keep your gaze forward. So whether you are on your wrist, bringing your gaze between your thumb and index finger, or if you're on your forearms, again, on your thumb and index finger, maybe your wrist. Tiny little presses up, little press up and up. We're going to open up that left hip here in just a moment. For now, keep it parallel with your right. Don't let that right hip droop down. Keep it going. Little presses up and up. Flex the left toes even more. All right, go ahead and extend that left leg. If your right wrist is down, go ahead and bring your right forearm down. Box out your left hand. That right knee is still under your hip. Point your left toes and just lift and lower. Lift and lower. Full range of motion. So you don't have to go super high. You also don't have to tap the floor if that doesn't feel comfortable to you in your body today. Do what you can, but try to keep that left leg straight. Try to point more through your left toes. Just that left side is working. The outermost part of your right lower glute, your inner and outer thighs. Lift and lower. All right, last one. Go ahead and bring it on down. From here, have a seat. Extend your legs out. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Don't worry, we're not finished. Flex your right toes. You're welcome to hold your leg here. You can also bend your left foot, actively pressing your right knee down. You can also roll from one side to the next. Notice that sensation in your hip. Stretching your glutes and your hips. Come back to center. If you have your left knee bent, go and extend it forward. Extend your right leg. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your left toes. You can keep that right foot just where it's at. You can also pull that right foot closer in towards your glute. You can keep it here. You can actively press that left knee away from you, keeping your left toe flexed to protect your knee. And then rolling from one side to the next, seeing how that feels on this side. All right, and bring it back to the middle. Extend your right leg, extend your left leg. And now we have more abs. If you didn't get enough in the beginning, go ahead and roll on back. We're going to bring our forearms down. Palms can be facing down or up. From here, we're going to zip our legs together. We're going to extend your legs to a hover and then draw your knees into your chest. So extend and draw the knees in. Now as you extend, that hover is up to you. You can lift your legs higher as you extend. You can draw them out to the diagonal as you extend. You can draw them at a lower diagonal or low to a hover without touching. Now your lower abs are engaged. Your navel is pulled in towards your spine. Keep it going. At that diagonal. All right, hold your knees in towards your chest at that reverse tabletop so your knees are bent. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees into the chest. Extend them up. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees into the chest. That lower is up to you. So if you're not going as low, maybe make it even slower. More of a challenge as you count down for 2 and 1. Draw knees into the chest and extend. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest. Extend the ceiling. Lower down here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest. Extend. Keep it going. All right, from here, hold your knees in towards your chest. We're going to extend one leg, draw it in, extend the opposite, draw it in. So you have bicycle legs, single leg stretch, and drawing it in. Extend, tuck it in, extend, tuck it in. Keep it going. I don't know about you all, but it's like the whole month of February feels like it's Valentine's Day with the candy out everywhere. So let's work off all those candies from Valentine's Day. Extend, draw it in, extend, draw it in. That's it. All right, give me one more of each, and then we're going to rest our head down. All right, bend your knees, lower your feet, lower your head all the way down. So your neck is flat on the floor, hands down by your side. Bring your soles to touch so your knees butterfly open. From here, we have a Frogger glute bridge raise and lower. So super wide stance with your knees, raise and lower, but the soles of your feet are together. So you're squeezing your glutes at the top. Your range of motion is going to be more limited. Don't be so concerned with how high you lift, as long as you get those glutes up and then gentle tap down. Don't rest too long before lifting right back up again and tap down. Try to keep the knees butterflied open, so don't draw the knees together as you lift up. That'll keep the activation in your glutes. Just a lift and a lower. All right, lower the hips down. Draw the legs together so your legs are zipped, your feet are flat on the floor, hands down by your side. We're gonna lift, knees open, knees close, and lower. Lift, open, close, and lower. Keep it going. That's it. Still going. Give me 3 more. Lift, open, close, lower, lift, open, close, lower. 1 more. All right, go ahead and lower the hips down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll yourselves a few times, side to side. You can also grab the back side of your thighs or the tops of your shins. From here, keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Extend your left leg long. Point the toe, hover that left leg, and we're going to lift and lower. 2 more. All right, lower that left leg all the way to the ground. With your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee, pull it across the left side of your body for a stretch. Maybe gazing, looking over your right shoulder. You can extend that right arm. You can also bend it, drawing your palm to face up. Come back through center. Draw both knees in towards your chest, grabbing the top of your shin, the back side of your thigh, maybe rolling side to side. Keep that left knee in towards your chest. Extend your right leg long. We're going to lift and lower for 4. And 3. That's 2. One more. You got it. Lower the right leg all the way to the floor. With your right hand, grab the outside of your right knee, pulled across your body over to the right side. Gaze looking over your left shoulder. Maybe extend that left arm long. Maybe cactus that arm. Come back through center. Curl yourself into a tiny ball. Rock and roll yourselves a few times along your spine. All right, come on to a seated position. Draw your arms up high overhead. Back down. Right hand down, left arm comes up high overhead. Left bicep to left ear. Bend the elbow. And extend. Left hand cartwheels down. Right arm over. Right bicep to right ear. Bend the elbow. And extend. Cartwheel down. Bend the left elbow. Extend. Rotate facing your right thumb. And then drawing your left pinky towards your right thumb. Keep that extension and draw your arm all the way out in front. Left hand down, right arm comes up high overhead. Bend your right elbow and extend. Rotate down, right pinky to left thumb. Hold that extension in your spine and round it all the way forward. Come back to center. Draw your shoulders up and back. And then reversing the direction. Up and forward. Relax your shoulders down. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Hands down by the side. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. Draw your arms up high overhead. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look over your left shoulder. Coming back through center. Fantastic work, everyone, today. Thank you so very much. Please stretch anything additional that you need. I recommend doing some nice hip stretches, some mobility stretches. We can do that in another class where I can add them in the comments. And then trying this workout again. Thank you.